Welcome to another episode of This Is Anything Goes. I'm whispering because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and all my neighbors are asleep. Very quiet, so that's why I'm whispering. So today I'm going to show you a common problem, especially with dark colored cars in a dark area, which is why I'm actually recording this at 3 o'clock in the morning. So you see, when you open the door, it's pretty hard for people to see your door being open. Alright, you can only rely on this small little light, which is insufficient, and most of the time you might have people walking into your door, or worse still, banging into your door. So I'm gonna show you how we can solve that by installing door lights, like my driver door here. And this DIY takes about 2 minutes, so let's get to it. Okay, so to install this, well, you didn't think I was actually going to install it at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Obviously, I'll wait until it's daytime where it's nice and bright, so you can see what I'm doing, okay? So all we need is wire strippers, but if you don't have it, you can just use some pliers to strip some wires, a voltmeter to make sure you know where's your negative and positive, and obviously the door light itself. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to see where we want to install the light, whereby it does not disturb the closing and opening of the door. So for this particular car, I'm gonna start from here on the inner side here, go all the way down here, and then come over here and have the wire enter from here. But I will need to take this out first, alright? So after giving a white, what I will do is I will install this first, and I will always start from the top where I want it to be, then I'll move downwards. If you have adhesion promoters like the 3M ones, that's good, but this is actually sticky enough, so I'll just go with this. Okay, so this is where I do the bend. Make sure everything is tight, make sure you press it down, and it ends up here. So what you want to do now is actually try closing the door, see if it closes well, alright? Okay, so no effort needed in closing the door, that's good. Now for the wiring, we will need to take this out, so we need to pry this with either a screwdriver or a plastic pry too. Time skip. Got myself a screwdriver, gonna pry this baby out, and hopefully I don't break it, else I am screwed. Oh, okay, let's disconnect this, which is hot because it's been on for a while. Okay, what we need to do is we need to run this from the bottom. So there are some gaps over here which we can use. So I'll run it down and then route it over here. Okay, and then I'll extend the wires over here as well. Okay, so your next question is most likely going to be, how do I know which line to connect to. There's two wires here and you have a positive, negative, right? So what you do is you take the socket over here, you use a voltmeter, you set it to 20 volts over here, and you probe it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the positive on the left, and then I'm gonna put the negative on the right. So you can see we are getting a reading. So I know this is my positive and this is my negative. Now what if I did it opposite? And you will see that it's showing negative 12 volts, which means I've got the polarity on the opposite side. Sorry, brain jam. Okay, so you know which is positive and negative. Now it's time to connect this. So I'm gonna splice it in and just connect it, alright? Okay, so once we've got the wiring done, you can see it's lighted up. So let's just give this a nice cleaning since we have this open, right? Okay. Now time to plug this back in. And I've actually changed the bulb from the usual halogen to a LED that you can see inside here. Alright, it's actually a very simple method of changing it. Just open this up, just change the bulb, and then put it back in. Okay, so plug this back in, and just tuck the wire in, and we are done. Okay, so I'm gonna press on this button, which will show how the door closes, and we'll see it from here. Door closed, door open. And we are done with the wiring and everything. So you might want to tuck this one back in a bit. And let's see. Door closing. And when you open the door, the light comes on. Door closed, door open. Okay, see, it closes just perfect, just like original, because, well, it's not hindering anything. Neither the wires nor the LEDs is hindering anything. Okay, so the reason why I installed this is because I noticed, especially when I park in dark areas, well, when I open the door, nobody really sees me. Alright, I have had the door open and motorbike almost bang into me, so that's not good, which is why I put this light. It may look a bit like what Malaysians say, abeng, jinjang, rise, but for safety's sake, I don't want my door to get banged, and I don't want people to injure themselves banging into my door. So, which is why I've installed this. Moreover, the white on the bottom is so bright that it actually serves as a very good night light for the floor in case you drop anything. Okay, so you must be wondering how much this costs. This costs about 12 ringgit, I think. I'll put the link on where to buy this. I think it was 12 ringgit, but I could be wrong. Alright, I'll put the amount over here once I check on my PC, because I actually bought this about 2 to 3 months ago, but I didn't have the time. Yes, I didn't have the time to install it, but now I do. Okay, so I hope you learned something. This is a quick DIY, even though I'm very long-winded and the video is more than 2 minutes, but I hope you like it. I hope so. So if you do, make sure you hit this. If you don't, you can hit this, but leave us a comment down below on how to improve further. And if you have not done so, make sure you hit the subscribe, like and bell button so you get notified on our next upload. Till then, I will see you again.